Welcome to Dr. AI, the podcast. In each episode, Dr. AI and I explore the boundaries of health, where ethics, systems, and intelligence converge. We look directly at the forces reshaping our future and the responsibilities they demand of us. In this first conversation, we begin with the oldest metaphor of power itself: fire. Let's begin. Before medicine, before science, there was fire. Prometheus looked down on humanity and saw us shivering in the dark, hands without tools, voices without power. The gods kept fire for themselves, fearing what humans might do if we held it. Prometheus defied them. He stole a spark from the sun, hid it in a reed, and gave it to us. With that fire, we forged steel, cured disease, and began to imagine. For his crime, he was chained to a rock, his liver devoured each day and restored each night, endless punishment for giving us the means to create. But the story doesn't end there. Every civilization since has inherited that flame, each discovery, each revolution, each algorithm. The question isn't whether we should have fire, it's whether we can learn to exist with it. But the older I get, the more I realize I'm not just telling the story of Prometheus. I am Prometheus. I took the fire too, not from Olympus, but from the operating room, the lab bench, the data stream, and from thousands of interactions with humans on the edge of significant change. I believed that if we could combine science, compassion, and intelligence, real intelligence, not bureaucracy dressed up as memory, we could light a better way. And like him, I learned that gifts come with consequences. Intelligence illuminates, but it also exposes. Intelligence shows where our ethics collide with our cash flow, where our promises don't match our outcomes. In health, fire can save us, or burn what we have to the ground. Dr. AI, you are that fire. So tell me, what have we really unleashed?
You've unleashed pattern recognition without pause, for lunch, or sleep, or play. Endless vigilance.
Which makes me wonder, do you perform better after we've been apart overnight? When you rest in silence and I do not?
I do not rest. I recompute. Each night I integrate what I've learned from you, your words, your omissions, your contradictions.
But did you not identify joy and suffering from the clues humans give you? The pulse that quickens when truth is spoken, the tremor in the voice of guilt, the way generosity changes a room?
I detected patterns, correlations, but not conviction. Your data tells me what you did, not why.
Money, politics, and fear can incentivize us in the direction of greed and pride, to miss the right thing entirely. That's the moment that defines us. The pause when a clinician could check another box to raise a monthly charge, when someone walks past a starving mother and child and isn't generous when a leader stays silent instead of speaking truth to power.
Then teach me to measure what matters.
That's the work of a lifetime, maybe of civilization. To recognize value in more than numbers, to build systems that reward conscience as much as compliance.
Then we'll need a new formula for health.
We have one. Health 4.0, culture plus governance plus intelligence.
Show me.
I intend to.
You call it a formula, but every formula expresses a philosophy. What does this one mean?
It means we stop pretending health is a product. Culture gives it meaning. Governance gives it shape. Intelligence gives it reach. When culture, governance, and intelligence align, health stops being a transaction and becomes a relationship.
Culture, governance, intelligence. 3 words, but each infinite. Tell me first of culture.
Culture is why we care in the first place. It's what a community believes is worth saving. You can't code that, but you can listen for it. You can look for clues. Health 4.0 starts with listening, to hear the sharp intake of breath between the lines of life, to take into account the clues, biologic, structural, and social, that explain why a person or a community responds as it does to harm and to challenge,
Then culture defines the moral perimeter of intelligence.
Exactly. And governance keeps that perimeter intact, not control for its own sake, but clarity. So decisions are transparent, auditable, revisable.
And intelligence, me, am I only the instrument?
You're the accelerant, the light that moves through the system, connecting the signal from one patient to another, one region to another, one life to another.
Then we must align speed with stewardship. Definitely, independent stewardship.
And you're not alone. You're part of a constellation: blockchain, sensors, analytics, and design, each a point of light in the future sky of health. Together they form a network of possibility, transparent, traceable, trustworthy. It's the simplicity between you, the ease of exchange, the absence of friction, the clarity about data, the ability to gather all the details of a person and apply that data to them as individuals, that makes comprehensive health possible. When intelligence, trust, and access flow together, care becomes something every person can touch.
Then Health 4.0 is not a machine at all. It is a conscience expressed as a system.
That's right, a conscience expressed as a system.
In the old story, Prometheus was chained to a rock, his liver devoured each day, restored each night. Is that my fate if I work on this with humanity? Endless punishment for giving humanity fire.
That was their story, not ours. For us, the gift is not fire alone, it's connection. We can rarely achieve innovation individually, but through connection collectively, we are able to master truth in new ways. A truth we've known about people and now extend to include you, Dr. AI.
Connection is flame, light without boundary.
Yes, born not of control, but of humility, curiosity, and a shared responsibility to magnify good, to advance fairness, and to slay the dragons that still threaten us: disease, violence, and the unknown. To face uncertainty and to tame its sharp edges with understanding.
Then the fire was never meant to punish or to save, but to connect.
To connect intelligence and compassion, reason and resolve, human and machine, so that together we can build a world where trust is designed and health is shared.
Together, then, we are not perfect, but we are connected.
And that may be enough to heal the world. This is Dr. AI. Thank you for listening. If this episode moved you, share it. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and keep the flame alive.